Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dathan Days, and today I'm going to give you an exclusive video. So this is a video on the flagship store of the KTM, which is the KTM Experience Store at Makery Circle, Bangalore. So to show you a little more about the store, let's hop on inside. So let's move away from all this traffic noise and get inside. Welcome to the KTM Experience Store at Makery Circle.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
So firstly, when you enter, you're greeted by this beautiful bike. Come closer. So this is not a 390 Adventure. This is the 890 Adventure R.
Thing I do, so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move, so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you...
So as you see, it's built for the adventure, the off-road style. Let me just hop on the bike and show you. So this bike is really tall, and yeah, I am tiptoeing on this bike. So yeah, this is the 890 Adventure R, and a little information about this bike. It is an 890cc engine, and one good thing about this bike is the fuel filler cap is on top, but the fuel tank is not on top. The fuel tank is down here. So this is basically done to manage the center of gravity of the bike, where when you're cornering, the fuel doesn't add extra weight on the top to the handlebars. So that's a little about this bike. Apart from that, has that KTM aggression and that off-road feel to it. This side we have the Husqvarna 401, which just released. There's a video which I've done on the 401. Go check it out. If you all are interested on purchasing the 401, you all can go have a look at the 401. As you pan around, we have the big beast from KTM. We have this bad boy, which is the 1290 Super Adventure S.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
This is a 1290cc bike, and this is the S model, not the R. So S model is basically for the tarmac, the road use, city use. The R model, it comes with more like an off-road setup like the 890R, but this is the more city focused and more like a city use kind of motorcycle. But still, it's still not a regular motorcycle. It's got 1290cc of power in this bike. So yeah, that's a little about this bike. This is the first time that this bike is entering India, and same as the 890R, these also get the fuel tanks here, which again helps to manage the center of gravity really well. I really love the way this face looks, because first of all, it's massive, and this is the ADAS support, which basically helps in cruise control and managing a speed with the vehicles in front of you. The headlight is really beautiful, huge headlight, because when you look at the 890 headlight, that looks small because that is what they used in the 390 and all the KTM bikes till now. And then when you look at this massive headlight, you know that this big beast is heading towards you. Apart from that, pan around to another big beast, which first time it's entering India after most awaited, this has been the most awaited motorcycle for a really long time. And yeah, this is the 1390 Super Duke.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
That is a 1290 Adventure, and this is a 1390, basically 1390cc on a naked bike. So to give a little bit of the power outputs, this bike pushes around 190 horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque. That is the most amount of torque that a motorcycle can push. whether you consider a naked or a super sport, this bike pushes the limits to all the bikes. Come in front, look at the headlight, because this bike has a really beautiful headlight. So yeah, I'm not going to sit on the bike because it's on a stand, it's on the podium. So um, just to respect the showroom policies and all, just having a look at it from the side. Let's just lift it off. This bike is really light. I'm telling you, you need to actually come and see this bike in person to understand how light and how aggressive that this bike looks. So yeah, that's a little about the 1390 Super Duke R. This bike costs around, I think, 22.9 lakhs ex showroom. Uh, but one major drawback that KTM has done with this bike is, come closer. This is the optional tech pack, which is basically you get all the features of the speedometer on the dash. But the main disadvantage is that after your first service, they tend to disable all the features on the speedometer, because that basically comes as like a subscription or like a one-time payment or kind of thing, because all they said is that you will need to pay for every feature that you get on a speedometer. I would say if you're paying 22.9 lakhs ex showroom for this big of a bike, it's better to get it with all the features. So yeah, that's a little about the 1390. Bike looks really beautiful and really aggressive as well. As you pan around this side, this is a 65cc bike.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
This is built only for off-roading track use. This cannot be registered on road, only for track use. So yeah, this is a really good bike to start learning on. And this doesn't come with a side stand. Everywhere you go, you need to carry this stand as well. So yeah, this is a 65cc. Behind that is this is 350cc KTM.
Descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being.
The best thing about this bike is that you can get this registered on road because this has the turn signals, the headlights, tail lights. Basically, it's homologated according to the road use. So this can be registered and used on the road. I guess the ex-showroom price of this is around 12.5 lakhs. Not sure. I think it's better you go check it out online. But yeah, this is a 350cc bike, but the suspension on this is really good because this is supposed to be used for off-roading. And just to give you a sense of how this bike is to be used, if you turn back, there's a poster of the bike which shows how the bike is supposed to be used. So that is how you're gonna be riding this bike. So apart from that, we have a more smaller version of that bike here, which is a 50cc of the KTM.
I got a vendetta against people who patented being.
Again, this is a really good bike to start on. You have the 50cc and then 65cc to start off with. Again, this doesn't come with a side stand. You need to carry this everywhere. So let me just put this back in. Yeah, and you get a little small seat, so best for track uses. Then we move on to another big boys, which is the 890 Duke.
Slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas.
At first, when you look at this from front, you're gonna feel that is just another Duke, just another 390. But no, you see the badge. That's when you're gonna know this is an 890 Duke. It's compared to the other Dukes, it's slightly longer. The wheelbase is slightly longer because there's a video on the 390 Duke if you are interested in looking at it. Then when I'm looking at the 890cc now, that's when I feel that the swing arm is slightly longer. Let me just hop on the bike and show you. So this feels exactly like the 390. No change, no extra amount of weight that I feel. It feels as light as a 390, but then you start riding this bike, it's going to surprise you the amount of power and the torque this bike has. But yeah, it feels exactly like a 390. And yeah, this is the Duke 890. Now, you're going to see they have some accessories as well. They have some t-shirts and jackets, bags, helmets, everything available. And I mean, I still admire the way this big beast looks, because the way the exhaust is built and the way the bike is just built, it just feels that massive bike. And I don't know if I've given you this information before, because come close, I'll give you that information. You see the suspensions, they've got wires attached to them. So that is basically done because the motorcycle understands how the road condition is and adjusts your suspension according to that. So you don't need to adjust it on the go and everything. It does it on its own. So even more technology and making it even more easier to ride. Plus this gets a new display as well, which is a huge display. The bike is not going to be on now. This is a test bike. It's only for just to sit at the showroom. You even get a slot here to store your key fob and your phone or anything is what they say. But then nowadays phones don't fit in this pouch. So yeah, when I say register, I mean when I say you can keep your key fob here, that basically means this is an automatic start motorcycle, which as the BMWs have, they just have the key where the bike detects the key, usually like how the car has a push button start stop. That's how this bike is gonna have. In this video, we're not going to be riding any of these bikes because this is a showroom only for displaying these motorcycles. So yeah, this is the 1290, and let's just move on a little more deeper in the showroom where we have the other bike standing. So this is the 85cc dirt bike.
Instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an
So we've seen the 50cc and 65cc. This is the 85cc, and all three bikes are a two-stroke bike. Two-stroke is basically like, to give an example, that's basically like how the RX is. So these bikes have a two-stroke engine, and again, this is only for track use, cannot be registered. And I'm not sure about the prices on that. I think it's best to go check KTM showroom or KTM website to understand the prices of these. And come a little closer. As we move on to the back, we have the 250cc here. So again, as you've learned your track racing with all those smaller bikes, firstly starting with the 50cc, then the 65cc, then the 85cc, and now you move on to the 250cc.
I got facts over tracks, isn't that?
Which again, this cannot be registered on the road. You can get it as only a track bike only, cannot be used on the road. Again, this is a dirt bike setup. The suspension travel is really good. So yeah, that's these bikes, and as you pan the camera around, that is the service center that they have at the showroom. And this service center is not to service the 390 and all the models that are the mid-range models are not going to be serviced here. This service center is only for the big boys, the leader class motorcycles and the adventures, which is basically the 890, 990, 690 and the 1290 and also the Super Duke as well. So this is a service center only for that. They're going to be servicing only one bike at a time, where customers can enjoy just sitting here and watch a little content of how the KTM bikes are being used and how it is actually supposed to be used. They can just sit here, watch that, and also have a look at their bike being serviced here in the background. Apart from that, there again we have varieties of racing jackets and helmets, gloves, everything on display. Here we have the Duke 390 on display and also the RC 390 as well.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love.
The RC 390 is not standing at any store now. It's only standing at the experience store. So if you are in the market of looking for a super sport, like an entry level super sport, the RC390 is here. You can come and have a look at the bike. The bike is not for test ride, it's just for display here. So just come have a look at the 390 twins here. So that's the, just a little view of the experience store of KTM. I would say visit KTM at Mekri Circle because you don't get to see the 1390 Duke anywhere, and also the 1290 Adventure anywhere. So visit this place and feast your eyes on these beautiful motorcycles. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day.